Carl Anderson.
Oh, Lance Roylo.
What are we? Well, actually, how are you doing?
Me?
Yeah. Well, I
Are you
mean,
kidding me?
yeah.
I feel like the only Luxardo cherry in a sea of olives and maraschino cherries and lemon and lime slices on a subpar bar.
A sub
Special.
a
It's
sub
special
a
tonight.
subpar bar.
Yeah, like
What is that?
a dive bar.
Okay. I thought that was like some fancy talk that only people that know cocktail, like I don't know, whatever. Okay,
No,
literally a subpar bar.
a less than average C minus bar.
Got it. Got
Something you wouldn't want to go to really, unless you lost a bet.
it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Uh, but Lance, I know what when we were chatting the other day,
Hmm.
you saw how excited I was at the news of Warner Brothers releasing not just Dune and not just Wonder Woman, but all of their theatrical releases on HBO Max,
Hmm.
and and then right after that, I saw their latest promo showcasing the entire lineup of planned simultaneous movie releases,
Yeah, it's the first
starting
time.
with the Wonder
It's the
Woman.
first time it's been done, right? I mean, because I think all the streaming or some streaming services have done. Well, they did it with Mulan, right? That was like maybe the first time a blockbuster has come out like that.
No, no, actually, I'll tell you this. The industry term is called day and date, and it's a believe it or not, it's a tactic, and it was employed way before COVID had even reared its ugly head. It actually goes back to Blockbuster, where in the video days,
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not no shit.
No, no.
Where producers actually knew how well or poorly a picture was gonna do at the box office, so they plan in advance. They're like, you know what, we're gonna do a premiere and we're gonna release the DVD, so we all make money. Just because we know we're not gonna get. Maybe it was going head to head with something Spielberg. Who knows, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, but they've been doing it for a while. I think Netflix did one a couple of years ago. I'm just not. I don't remember Netflix or Amazon. I'm not exactly sure which one it
But it
was.
was with it was in line with like Warner Brothers or Universal, like one of the big companies
Yeah. It was a day and date. You could watch it on
together.
Amazon, and yes, or at the movie theater.
This is the first
So
time that a major studio has said the whole year, every single.
yeah, the run of the gamut. Yes, not just one crappy movie. Like it's everything,
And from what
right?
I
Yeah,
understand too, it's like so they're both coming out at the same time. They're both debuting streaming and movie theater.
yeah.
And then and then the timeline's like different after that from what I understand. I think it's like I think it's 30 days that it stays on streaming or something like that, but it'll continue being in the movie theater. If I'm not mistaken, something to that effect. So it's like
Huh.
it'll debut at the same time,
Yeah,
and if anybody's watching, they can comment, they can correct us, or watching or
yeah.
listening. But it's like 30 days. It'll be in the movie theater and streaming, but then it'll drop off streaming after 30 days, and then I guess eventually it might come back, or it'll come back, or something like that.
Yeah, so they still want to make it limited, right?
Right, which I think typically it's backwards, right? It'll first come out in movie theaters for 30 days
Yeah,
and then go to streaming
yeah.
pretty quickly. But they're both
They
going to
they
debut
want
at the same time.
they want to make it like the McRib.
What
Just
delicious? I mean, like oddly,
yeah,
oddly, like, you don't have.
yeah.
I always the McRib is so random because I remember growing up, everyone's like, "Oh, it's so exciting! I haven't had ribs in so long," and I was like, "Why does this piece of meat have bone shaped indentions? There have never been a bone in this sponge thing."
Well, yeah, and you're not gonna. I mean, if you're hankering for ribs, you're not gonna go for the McRib.
No, that's true.
You're just not.
But if you're
Yeah.
9 years old and you've never had ribs or don't even know the difference, but there are adults that
Okay.
think that. Anyways, this argument is moot. But anyway, okay, so
So listen. So okay. So I got some trailers to show us, and also some movie posters of um, all of the films, or pretty much all of the heavy hitters,
mhm.
the big budget films that Warner Brothers is releasing day and date simultaneously with. on HBO Max. But before we get to those trailers, let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
do you think this is the death blow? Going to the movies? Like, do you think that because movie theaters and owners, AMC, all these, they think it is. They think this is the beginning of the end of going to the movies.
Personally, I don't. Unless until I can have an IMAX movie theater or screen in my living room, a Dolby sound system, a popcorn machine
Mm-hmm.
that makes amazing popcorn, overpriced candy,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
talking during the movie when they shouldn't, then
yeah,
there
yeah,
will
yeah,
always be a place for that. I think,
yeah.
and it's an event, right? Like it's. I mean, more often than not, it's just it's hey, let's do something on a Friday or Saturday. There we go. It's something we can do. You know, something that you can do with your
Mm.
family or your friends. It's not the same if you're just sitting on your couch, especially during times like this. You're on your couch all the time, right?
Yes, but okay. However, I'll say this:
Mm-hmm.
the business model. Do you know? I don't know if you know if it's going to support it or not. Right? It's like less people will be going to the movies, which means price of movie tickets probably have to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyway, just wanted to get your opinion because I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't think it's ever going to go away. Um, you know, I'm a big fan of going to the movies. I'm one of those guys who goes to the movies by himself, just because I don't think it's a social thing. I just like the experience of going, sitting in a proper movie theater the way it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's a way to escape. I mean, you have to be away from your
Yeah.
phone, right? You
Yep.
can't look around. There's only one thing to look at. So yeah, it's
Yep.
great. It's an experience, like you said.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's look at what I saw the other night. Um, the HBO Max trailers.
There's something happening. In the next year, Warner Brothers Pictures is bringing you the biggest premieres.
So this is the Suicide Squad.
In theaters and streaming exclusively on HBO Max. The exact same day.
But the what now?
In theaters and streaming on HBO Max.
All right. Was there anything there that you found interesting?
That they didn't put the Matrix 4 preview in there. Maybe just that they just don't have it, but maybe they don't have footage yet. That's probably. I mean, they're filming it now, anyways. So, or they were. Recently,
yeah, they're filming it now. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They are. That's true.
The fact that they're putting, I am quite interested to see how the logistics or how the money side works out, because these are all AAA budget films, or most
Yes.
of them, right? We know Superwoman is, or not? Yeah, Superwoman, Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman.
Wonder
Yeah.
Woman, Dune. We know Matrix 4 is definitely. I wonder if that Tom and Jerry one might actually be one too. I'm not exactly sure where that
I don't
falls. I'm sure
know.
the King Kong one is. I mean, I'm kind of.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious as to. Oh, and this is another thing too. If you have the subscription, you can watch the movies. It's not like what Disney did, where it's you have Disney Plus and then you have to pay an extra $25 or whatever it was to watch it. That's right,
Oh
right,
right.
You have a
Yep.
subscription, right? And I heard they just took away the trial, I believe, or are taking it away, the HBO Max, which makes sense, right? Because if you had the 14-day trial, Dune comes out, you're just like, okay, I'm going to sign up for it now and watch it for free,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
dip.
And then it'll be done.
Yeah. I'm surprised. On one hand, I know a lot of the movies, a large part of the budget is the advertising that they have to do to get people into the movies. So I wonder if it just I'm definitely it transfers just to get people to sign up to HBO
Oh
Max.
yeah.
So I'm guessing it's more of a let's just get people to sign on, and hopefully they just never cancel. And the LTV or the long term value of having the customer, that is where it's at. right? You get someone to sign on.
Exactly.
If the LTV or if the lifetime value of the customer is 5 years times $7 a month, or if they raise prices, then it ends up, I don't know if it's as profitable, but it ends up being pretty profitable. But
I'm sure.
that's what
You know, I'm sure somebody out there probably has those figures.
Yeah, someone
pull
at
out
HBO.
the abacus.
Yeah. No, but I'm excited for Dune. You certainly hyped it up. So,
Oh yeah.
and I know it's a remake from what you said was like one of the biggest or the biggest scientific or science fiction novel or something.
From one of the largest scientific research projects ever.
Yeah.
No, it was a Frank R. Herbert book, which kind of redefined
genre.
Not yes, sort of, but it's just a massive, epic book that deals with many different ideas and tropes, from coming of age to what does it mean to be a leader, a man, but also the houses, the different houses and the families. They have their own culture, and you get immersed into that. So, yeah, but I'm real excited. Actually, I'm gonna dip away from Dune for a second, but everyone can check out one of our initial review of Dune when we first our trailer reaction. So go ahead and check that out. But a new trailer for Wonder Woman was released just yesterday, so I thought that would be a perfect time to be playing that, because that's the first movie that's going to be kicking off this whole in theaters and on HBO Max.
I have a real quick. I have a confession to make. I didn't see the first one.
You didn't see the first Wonder Woman?
I did not. And I heard, and you know what? I think it's because it's been. You ever someone they hype something up so much that you wait because you feel like you have to prepare. I guess oddly enough, like you have to prepare to watch it. And everyone is. I don't know why everyone has hyped it up so much. My sister, she's older than me. She's a grown woman. She has like a poster in one of her guest rooms, as well as like I think she'll kill me, but I think she also has just an action figure that's like unopened. But she just loves the movie and the actress, and she's she's like that. And
this
Game
particular
of
Wonder Woman.
This particular no, this particular, not the 70s one or whatever. No, this particular one. And I just never
Linda
it.
Carter, man. My dad dug Linda Carter. Like he had a secret thing for her. It wasn't a secret. Everyone.
Yeah. But no, before this one comes out, I'm going to have to watch the first one. Finally, just sit down, commit, and see if it is worthy of the hype, which I'm sure it is. You liked it, right?
Yeah, I dug it. I thought it was above average, but still standard fare.
I will say, I saw
superhero.
I saw Superman versus Batman. That amazing movie. I'm being sarcastic, but it was funny because she was actually to me, she was the most powerful person in the whole out of the three of them. When they fought that rock guy, that rock person that that nobody knows his name. That's the awful thing about Marvel. Anyways, that random rock person, she was like kicking that thing's ass. I was like, okay, she's the one that's going to beat that rock thing.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we didn't see Wonder Woman yet. I think that movie came out first, and then we got to see her origins, which was pretty cool, because we like to see why they have these amazing powers, or where they come from. And if you've kind of followed the 70s version or even the comic books, you kind of knew she was an Amazonian, but not from the Amazon, right? But from this place, this fictitious place. Why haven't we seen it? It's very much like Wakanda, right? It's hidden. Yeah. All right. So let's check out the newest trailer of Wonder Woman 1984. What is this? It's Gal Gadot, Kristen Wiig, and
Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot.
Yeah. Gal Gadot, man. She's
Great.
I can't think of a better Wonder Woman. I really
I
can't.
think she was going to be a lawyer. Side note, I think she was going to be a lawyer, from what I understand.
Oh.
Like after she was in the Israeli military. I don't know. I learned this from the Conan show, the Conan
Right.
O'Brien show. Okay, just
Oh, and by the way,
uh,
yeah.
no, what were you going to say?
Huh?
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, since Kristen Wiig in this one.
Ooh.
Kristen Wiig in this one. Normally, Kristen Wiig plays the comedic role, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed she's like
But
the villain in this.
she's the villain, and well, I'll let you. Chris Pine kind of plays the comedic. He's playing obviously a man out of time character because since you didn't see the first one, I'm giving you all these spoilers.
Well, I'm guessing he's from
And
the
you're gonna be like-
future now, or from the
No.
present. Okay, never mind. I'll just have to watch it.
Diane, one day you will become all that you dream of and more. And everything will be different. This world is not yet ready. All that you do, you will become a legend.
Wonder Woman 1984 in theaters distributed exclusively on HBO Max December 25th. Rated PG.
Okay, clearly, if you didn't see any of the other trailers, this one they absolutely made it more human than superhuman. So they made it feel kind of very
Vulnerable.
soft and loving, and it's about family, and she's falling in love, and the music is even very, uplifting and heartfelt, as opposed to action packed, right?
Yeah. No, I'll watch it. I just need to. I'm sure if I watch the first one, I'll get hooked. Like always.
You're you sure?
We'll see. We'll see. I heard it's
We'll
the
see.
best. It's
We'll
the best one of the Marvel, or sorry, not the Marvel, but of the DC universe. I mean, take away the Nolan movies, right?
It is. Well, you're talking about the newer ones.
Yeah, the newer ones.
Yeah,
it is the best one
because they're trying to make this like its own DC universe. Nolan wasn't part of the DC universe. Speaking of shared universes, the next one we're gonna watch is Kong versus Godzilla, and all our Kong and Godzilla nerds all over the place got little tiny boners just because they released like 2 more seconds of what Kong and Godzilla look like, and it's garbage in my opinion. It's like 2 seconds. It's nothing. That's like taking a taste of a corner of a Cool Ranch Dorito. It's nothing.
But
I can barely hear you.
let's play it. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. And you know what the MonsterVerse is, right?
You just gonna sit there?
I think I can guess by the name of it.
You're enjoying this, right? Is this fun for you? I promise I won't tell the Russians.
I promise I will tell the Russians.
She's gonna tell the Russians. Why are you keeping us here?
I want to go home.
We get it. There was no island. We were never on an island. Island? What island? Brooks, what the hell is going on?
Welcome to Monarch.
This island is just the beginning.
There's more out there.
What do you mean? More?
This world never belonged to us. It belonged to them.
The question is how long before they take it back. Kong is not the only king.
And here's that extra footage. That was it.
That's pretty cool. What's wrong with that?
That was it. That's all they released.
That's cool.
It's like big news, added footage, and then they send that, and it's like, well, okay.
How do you feel about it overall? Not just the trailer, the movie coming out. Are you a Godzilla guy? I've never asked you before.
Yeah, I'm a big Godzilla guy. At Toho Godzilla, like the old school Godzilla,
Black and white.
Mecha Godzilla. I'm a big fan. Yep,
I'm
a big fan.
I like Godzilla too. I was so disappointed. I think the first time I really got into it was the and it's probably the worst one, the one with Matthew Broderick. The one that came out in 2000. That is the first of all, he looks like a huge iguana. He's
no neck.
The movie was just like not very good, but I remember the reason why I got so excited about it was because that was I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that was like the first kind of modern one that came.
It was the first CG version.
Yeah, that came out. Yeah. And they did a brilliant job teasing it. Do you remember when the trailer came out, the original teasers? It was, people in the city and they're walking, you hear the thunder or you hear the footsteps and everyone's like kind of looking up, and then they show a foot. They show like someone looking up and they show a foot, and then that's it. And you're just like, oh man, I need it. And then of course he's just a huge iguana. It was very disappointing. Yeah. But I like since then I've liked all the Godzillas since then, or movies with Godzilla.
And then he didn't Godzilla. It was a female. Didn't Godzilla lay a bunch of eggs in the Staples Center?
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
And then it was like Jurassic Park 2 after that,
pretty much. But yeah, I've liked all the movies that it's been. There was one.
Did you know they made a cartoon, like a Saturday morning cartoon, off of that version of Godzilla?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did see a clip of a maybe you're more into Godzilla than I am. I'm sure there was. I saw a clip of a Japanese animated film.
It's on Netflix.
And it wasn't like, it was more 3D like, if that makes sense.
It's on Netflix.
And it looked, I just saw a clip and I thought someone shared it on Instagram or something, and I saw the clip and I was like, oh man, this is years ago. I'm like, oh man, like a full movie or something like that. It looked amazing. But I think it was a Japanese thing. I'll look for it on, if you say it's on Netflix, I'll see if that's the one. But
wait, are you talking about
really good?
Are you talking about it was practical effects?
No, it wasn't practical. It was CG or animated or whatever. And it was either a Godzilla movie or Godzilla was like part of the movie or something like that. Now I have to know what it was. If anybody's listening or watching, help me find it.
You saw the last Godzilla one from Japan, right? Where it took 3 different forms.
I didn't see that one.
I think it's the Toho Godzilla. It's probably one of the best ones ever because it looks a little cheesy, but it's all CG. Fantastic.
Really?
You gotta watch it if you're a Godzilla fan.
What's the what was the Godzilla that had the people jump out of the plane? I can't remember. And they had the red.
That was the first. That was the first one with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. What was the name of that Godzilla movie though? Was it just Godzilla?
Oh. King of Monsters.
That's right.
No. That's the second one. I think it was just Godzilla.
I like that one. That one was cool.
I should know this.
That one was actually pretty cool. Anyways,
all right.
What's next?
Yeah. So our the last trailer out of all of the ones that Warner Brothers is showing on HBO Max. The last trailer that is available is The Suicide Squad, which is the sequel to Suicide Squad. Yeah. They just added a the Suicide Squad, which is it was a terrible movie to begin with, the first one. You know it's a bad movie when Will Smith, one of his lines is, "So, what are we, some kind of Suicide Squad or something?"
I didn't watch it either. I
They
didn't.
don't.
I mean, but what if this one ends up being good? Then I'll have to go back and
It's
watch.
not. It's not, and I'll tell you why it's not good. I'll tell you why. And if you're a moviegoer and you've been going to the movies as long as I have, you already know that when they release the behind the scenes with the trailer, like for the general public, you know it's really bad because like that means that they have nothing
Nothing
good to show you. No story to show you really what it's kind of going to be about, but they're like, you know what's going to be really cool? It's like, look at how we made it, and you're going to come really appreciate this movie. So look at our, I think you're going to land some of the, you know anything about this movie?
About this one? No,
Yeah.
I knew a little bit about the first one because it was hyped up and it had Will Smith and Margot Robbie and all
Okay,
those
well, check it
people.
out.
Carl, why is it in Spanish?
Sorry, I wanted to use that. I wanted to use the Spanish version because it had scenes not previously shown in the normal version. So if people who were like, "I've already seen the Suicide Squad trailer," I'm like,
I saw
no,
I
this is
saw
a
La
different one.
Suicida. I don't know.
Somiente nos cinemas.
No,
2021. I don't know how to say it.
You're right. It doesn't look like they have much to show.
No.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna have you watch it, and then you tell me if I should watch it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
But overall, I mean, I'm excited for like what we discussed last week. Dune, Matrix 4, which wasn't even part of. We have to. I can't wait for the trailer when Matrix 4 comes out, or at least a teaser.
Yeah, at least a teaser,
At least
right?
a teaser. Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
I'll watch that.
So Godzilla, right? So this is, I don't want to butcher the title, but this is Judas and the Black Messiah. So what this is, it's an upcoming biographical drama based on the life of Fred Hampton, who is the chairman of the Black Panther Party in the 60s in Illinois. It's the only reason why I know it. But it's directed and produced by Shaka King. So this is supposed to be a really big movie that they're releasing onto HBO Max. This is a shot from the last Wolverine movie, but it's it's the only image I could find with an old Hugh Jackman.
Why? What is he in?
What? He is in another movie. Let me see. Where is it? What is this movie called? This movie is called.
Wait, that's not a screenshot from the movie. That's from Wolverine.
Yeah, that's from whatever the last Wolverine movie, which was amazing, by the way. Nope, not that one. No. Oh, it's called Reminiscence. Reminiscence. So 2021. It is an original sci-fi drama directed. Now you tried watching Westworld, right?
I mean, I watched the. Did I watch the whole first season? I watched like at least halfway through the first season. I just kept on going, trying to get hooked. Just didn't work for me.
Well, it's written and directed by the co-showrunner Lisa Joy, who did Westworld. But this is a kind of redone plot. It's stars Hugh Jackman, who's a veteran who makes a living in the near future by using technology that allows his clients to relive any memory they want. Wasn't that a Black Mirror episode? Anyway,
I don't know. It doesn't. I mean, it sounds like it. Something's gonna happen. Something bad is gonna happen. Is that? Yeah. Sounds like one.
See, this is the only picture I could find. Matrix 4, obviously. We already knew that. Matrix 4.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I think the third one, I don't know about you, but I was super confused. I didn't know.
Really?
From what I remember, I think I somewhere in the third one, either I got confused or just I wasn't into it enough to pay attention to know what was going on. You know what I mean? Like I was kind of like, I'm not invested in this story, so I'm kind of just like going through the motions, but still disappointing.
Yeah.
First one's still my favorite. Second one's good too.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, listen to this. So, obviously, Keanu. We know that Keanu's coming back. They're bringing back Carrie Ann Moss, Jada Pinkett Smith. Right? They're known to be returning.
Is Lawrence coming back?
You know what? They didn't mention it, but he's got to come back, right?
You would think.
But they have a couple newcomers. Listen to this. So, Yahya Abdul-Martin II, Jessica Henwick. You know Jessica Henwick? She's from, what series is she from? And Neil Patrick Harris.
Really?
Huh?
What's he?
Really?
What's he doing? I
don't know.
I can only vision him as from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. Priyanka Chopra also is.
Oh, Jonas's one of the Jonas brothers' wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Now this movie was postponed from May to April of 2022. I guess of the production schedule, but because of COVID, right?
Oh wait, it's coming out. It's coming out in April 22.
Yeah, no, April 2022. That's when they're saying it. But now I think they're trying to push it back to December 2021. Now that I think
because from what the statement was all the movies are going to come out in 2021, right? So I guess they're just going to move it up,
right? For this reason,
right.
All right, and this is, believe it or not, this is going to be one of the bigger. This is the only image that they show. There's no other. There's a couple of.
You know what? I think were you going to say that this is surprisingly going to be one of the bigger ones?
Not surprisingly, unsurprisingly, but it's going to be one of those that will make a ton of money.
I love Mortal Kombat. I grew up. I mean, I felt like when I was growing up, it was you were either, well, not either, but you played Mortal Kombat or you played Street Fighter 2, or you played both, right?
You played both.
But you had a favorite. We'd sit there and be like, oh, who would win, Sub-Zero or Ryu? Or
Sub-Zero.
I don't know, man. Ryan's got that fire. Okay, whatever. See, now we're arguing about it. But anyways, yeah. I mean, like, and the movie wasn't. I will say the first Mortal Kombat movie, not the greatest movie ever, but a hell of a lot better than Street Fighter.
Absolutely, I'm with you there, brother.
Dude, why was Raul Julia playing M. Bison? In what world? We had Dolph Lundgren could have easily been M. Bison, and he would have been awesome. Why was Ryu was Ryu some little dude? It didn't make any sense. That the casting was the worst ever.
The worst.
The worst. Anyways.
Well, what do you really want to see? What I want to see was my favorite moves come to life.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Well, on this one.
Well, no, just in general. And with like, if I'm watching a video game movie
Mhm.
the stuff that I loved about the video
Yeah,
game.
you want it to be there.
I want to see it.
I want to see fatalities. And I want them to go like, I mean, okay, so take the cutscenes that you see from the video game, especially the more recent
Yeah.
video games, and just make it
Yeah.
look better. Make it look more realistic,
Yeah.
or just make it better. It's like a blueprint. Just do it. And then of course they'll add a
Yeah.
story. Take that, make it better, and then just add some kind of, halfway decent story. And I think a lot of people
Yeah.
will be happy.
Yes. Well, they said that, obviously the game came out, the original one came out in 92, but they are saying that this is going to be one of the most violent movies of 2021. Confirmed it is going to be R-rated, right? And it's directed by the first-time director Simon McQuoid, who he's only done commercials. He hasn't done any movies.
So you're
The only thing he's really
so
the
you're
only thing
saying we
he's
should
done,
feel confident in this movie. I mean,
well, he's done
It'll probably be great, but
he's done film quality ads for PlayStation,
Okay.
HP,
Mm.
H&R Block, Nissan,
Oh, you started off so
Duracell,
strong with the Sony and then H&R Block. Wow.
Call of Duty, Halo. Anyway,
Wait, he did do Call of Duty and Halo? He did?
in ads, just the ads, commercials. He's only done commercials. Now, I'm here to tell you that you should feel confident, because let's take, for example, one of our most revered, or known, I shouldn't call him revered, Michael Bay. You know how Michael Bay started? He was doing music videos when music videos were a thing. Why was that an asset to Michael Bay? Is because he had to learn really quick how to get to the point in 3 minutes or less.
Right.
And that's what made his movies, like right now, it's like, if you look at the dialogue in Michael Bay movies, they're so just caveman-like, but you understand it.
It's simple
say
to
things
understand.
Yeah, but it also, it's entertaining. It doesn't sound dumb.
I loved, my favorite part of a Michael Bay film was Transformer Heaven. Man, I was like, this is the pinnacle of filmmaking right here.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but I mean, if Michael Bay had 3 minutes, and this dude has 30 seconds or a minute and a half for a commercial,
he'll get to the point.
He's got to be even faster.
Right. No, hey man, everyone deserves a shot.
We're gonna see some spines. We're gonna see some spines.
We better see some spines. We better see some fatalities. And remember Goro? How sad did Goro look in Mortal Kombat? I don't think he looked cool at all. He was as large or as thin as a normal, as like a bodybuilder human though, just taller and way more arms. He wasn't like massively
he was practical
big.
Wasn't he practical effects?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought you'd be real excited about this. I thought you'd be jumping out of your seat, being like throwing your underwear around the room to see this.
Okay. I mean, I'm excited. I grew up with the first one, and LeBron James is in this. There's a lot of NBA stars. Yeah, hey man, I'm excited. By the way, first Space Jam, great soundtrack. I had it growing up. That's it. No, I am genuinely excited. I think LeBron is not only an amazing basketball player, but he's just a cool.
You young kids get your own generation of Space Jam.
Yep. Well, it's not even my generation. My generation was the first Space Jam, man. This is for younger people or people that have never even heard or seen of the first Space Jam. But this is going to be cool.
Yeah. Who's in this one? Don Cheadle.
Oh, really? So it's an Avengers /
Yeah, I don't know who's Sonequa Martin Green. Oh, who is that? Oh,
no idea.
She's from Star Trek, isn't she?
You got me.
Yeah, she's the lead. She's the captain or the lead person in. She's Spock's sister in the new Star Trek series. I'm pretty sure. But she's with Don Cheadle, several other members of the NBA, just like in the original, and the WNBA.
Mm. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot. I mean, I know that LeBron was trying to recruit a bunch of players to be in it. I think Michael Jordan might he might make a. It'd be great if he made.
He's going
I hope
to.
He makes a cameo. That'd be great.
He's going to. This is the trailer poster for the Suicide Squad. What we didn't look at, we didn't talk about it just because we know it's going to.
Who's the shark guy? Who's that?
I don't know. I haven't even taken the time. I just know that some of these characters, there's going to be a comedic element in the sense that they don't necessarily, like, their powers aren't super, right? Maybe they're just they're a little over the top, or maybe they're just a little odd. Yeah. Okay, so this is a movie called Those Who Wish Me Dead. Normally, I would have thought this was like a
that's
like a
cats.
kind of like a made for Netflix thing.
I like the. I don't wait. That's an actual screenshot of what the movie looks like.
That is I think that is the cover of the book that this is. That this comes from.
I like it.
So
I mean, I don't know what it. I mean, I can't.
So
I'm guessing it's probably like an end of days type of.
I think you're right on the money there. So it's a neo-Western novel of the same name. I think it takes place against the backdrop of a Montana wilderness fire, and it revolves around this kid here who's a 14-year-old boy who's pursued by a pair of assassins after witnessing a brutal murder. Angelina Jolie stars alongside. And Nicholas Hoult.
Okay.
You know who Nicholas Hoult is, right?
I do. What was his first big role? Was it in the James Bond movies?
I don't think so. I know he played Beast, and then the next time I saw him was in Mad Max Fury Road, where he used Max as a blood bag.
No, I have. No, I didn't see it.
And John Bernthal, the Punisher, and Tyler Perry.
No, I'm sad that the Punisher got canceled. That was a
really.
The Netflix one.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Wait, is that him? Was he? That's the guy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I liked it. And Tyler Perry. What you didn't like the Punisher?
I like the Punisher movies.
Got it. Tom and Jerry.
I like the Punisher movie. Tom and Jerry. It looks a little sad. I mean, I watched the trailer twice. I'm like, I don't know. And I was a big Tom and Jerry fan.
Classic.
Yeah, but it's I don't think this is Chloe Moretz's comeback movie. Not a comeback movie, but I just haven't seen her in a whole lot of stuff recently. Mm-hmm. But she is a young employee who I guess is hires Tom to get rid of Jerry the mouse from her hotel. And hilarity ensues. And away we go.
Seems legit. You'll be watching that one, right?
I'm not watching that one. I'm not watching it. It looks too sad.
Wait, it looks sad, or you're sad for it?
I am sad for it. Right. It doesn't look like it's a melancholy story.
So. I mean, isn't the whole point is that he's trying to kill, Jerry?
No, they're supposed to hurt each other equally.
Oh, but you're saying it looks too one-sided?
No, it just looks poorly put together. It looks just terrible.
Okay, so generally speaking, you just don't like it. Not excited about it.
Not excited about it. But what I am excited about, and I don't have a picture for it, is the Many Saints of Newark. Were you a Sopranos fan?
Never watched it.
Oh. Well, there's a lot of people who have.
I know that, but I kind of ruined it. I watched. I was so enthralled with how many people talked about the ending of Sopranos. So I watched it so many times. Just the one scene where I don't know her character's name, but she's across the street, and then she walks into the restaurant. The main guy is, he's eating, and then
Yeah,
he
yeah,
looks
yeah.
up, and then it ends. I thought that, I mean, because I remember when it came out, everyone was like, "Oh, I hate it" or whatever. Granted, I didn't watch the show, but I watched it. I was like, "Man, that's pretty cool." I like that they're kind of just,
They leave it up
yeah,
to
yeah,
you. Yeah, right.
yeah, leave it up to your imagination. Like, that was kind of cool. I can see though, if you're invested and you were expecting like a clean ending, that would be super
Yeah.
frustrating. But
But the Many Saints of people are still going to be disappointed. Doesn't matter because the Many Saints of Newark is a prequel to The Sopranos.
oh,
Yeah, it's basically they're exploring those tensions between the Italian Americans and the black communities of Newark, New Jersey,
when
in the
did
1960s.
okay, and then Sopranos was 80s, right? So
Yeah, I
take
think
place in
80s, 80s,
early
90s,
90s.
80s. Yeah.
Cool.
So, Michael Gandolfini is coming back for this. I hope he's not trying to play a young version of himself, unless they're doing like what they did in what's his name, Joe Pesci and those guys, in that last Netflix thing.
Oh, isn't the Wise Guys? Is it
That
called the
f-
Wise Guys? Oh no,
No,
no, no!
was
The
it?
Irishman.
The Irishman, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, where they do where they
hour.
kind of like CGI the face a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Ray Liotta's going to be in this, obviously.
Of course,
Ray Liotta.
it's a gangster Italian mafia movie. I mean, doesn't he have to kind of be in it?
I think so.
I think it's yeah.
I think so.
What else? What else is there?
Well, you might like this one too. The one that's coming up is King Richard. Have you heard of this?
Mm.
You're a sports guy. You love sports.
I do. What's King Richard?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
So it's starring Will Smith and his return to the big screen. It's a biographical drama about Richard Williams, the father and coach of superstar siblings Venus and Serena Williams. How about that?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, pretty cool,
I
huh?
think they were raised in Compton, right? I believe Los Angeles.
I don't
for
know.
Sure. I think they were raised in Compton.
I don't know.
Definitely California, but yeah, I remember when Venus was coming up. Everyone was like, "Wow, this girl!" And I mean, I used to play a little bit of tennis growing up, and they were like, "Wow, this young black girl, she's killing it." And then Serena, the younger sister, she kind of comes up, and we're like, "Man, she's like really good." And then and then the rest is history. I mean, she is like Venus is arguably an all-time great, and Serena, some could argue, is the greatest tennis player, if not one of the greatest athletes ever, female or male. I mean, she's so dominant. She's so dominant. It's amazing. So that'll be. I'll definitely watch that one.
And I'm gonna end. There's a couple more which are not really noteworthy, but I want to end with a movie that is done by. Well, it's actually an adaptation of Lin-Manuel Miranda's stage musical
Hamilton.
of the same name called In the Heights.
Oh,
so yeah,
he made this before Hamilton or after?
I'm not sure. I think before. But it's basically about the predominantly Latino or the Latinx community in Washington Heights in Manhattan, right? So why I wanted to save this for last is because we're probably going to talk about this in a upcoming episode. But it is directed by John M. Chu. Does that sound familiar?
No. What'd he do?
John M. Chu, Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay. All right.
So which we'll talk about.
Yes, we later have to talk about Crazy Rich Asians. Okay. Well,
so you know that this is going to be really good.
Okay. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but no. Yeah. We'll. Okay. Well, we'll wait to judge. Let's see the trailer, and then eventually let's see the movie, and then we can.
Yeah.
See it.
But I don't know.
Overall, are you excited? Are you excited about it? Or I mean, you.
I'm excited about all these movies because I think it's a paradigm shift in the way they're doing things. I mean, if all is equal and still safe out there, I will still keep going to the movies. But I love having the option of being able to, you know, I'm going to be watching Wonder Woman at home on the day that it is released. So
I think it's pretty cool because I feel like if you have the ones that you want to see, Wonder Woman, for me personally, Wonder Woman, the King Kong movie, Mortal Kombat, Matrix 4 for sure, Dune, the ones that I like definitely want to see, I can go see it.
yeah,
And then maybe the ones that I'm
Yeah.
kind of like on the fence, I just watch it at home. And Amazon or
Yeah.
HBO will still be making money because I'll have the subscription, so
yeah,
it works for them either way, right? Otherwise, I would
Yep.
just wait until the movie came out on Netflix. But at least I'm keeping my HBO subscription to watch these movies.
yeah,
Overall,
man.
I'm excited. I wonder if it'll stay this way after the vaccines come out and stuff like that. But
I think in some form, I think they're gonna
mhm. but
definitely for the next 2 years, don't you think?
well, I know. Yeah, I mean, from what I heard recently, we need like 70% of the U.S. to take it, and I don't think we'll get the normal public will get it until June. I think.
Yeah.
So, right, and I'm sure it takes a while. So, I don't know. I'm glad that there's things are happening. Positive things are happening.
Positive things are happening. And we didn't even talk about like how this is, how this is going to affect. I mean, we're only talking what Warner Brothers is doing. We're only talking about United States. We're not even talking about like what this is going to do in the UK. I understand that they're actually the UK's they have Sky Cinema, and I think that they're going to try and test it out. They're going to try and do the theatrical release on the 16th of Wonder Woman, but I don't know if they're going to do the whole run of the gamut of all the other
Of all the other movies.
that, like more. Yeah.
Mhm.
But like that's the one thing that that not a lot of people talk about, like you hear worldwide, but we're only thinking about like how much it made in this country alone. I mean,
Oh,
we're not even
China.
talking
Yeah,
about
I mean, like you're not talking about Europe or
yeah.
or China. I mean, obviously China.
China,
Yeah.
they don't pay for movies in China.
Oh man, they're huge, huge. They're
They
dependent.
don't pay for
on it.
movies. They don't pay for movies.
Pay for movies. Stop being racist. Anyways, all right. So, what's in the next? Are there any more trailers left, or any more movies that are coming out for the day and date?
No, those are the big ones. Unless you like horror movies. You like horror movies? Were you a big fan of the Conjuring series?
No, I'm not. I just had this conversation with a friend. I'm not a huge horror film person, but I'll watch it if like The Ring. The Ring was okay. The original It. Like I didn't see the new ones. Been wanting to.
The original It. You mean the series?
Yeah.
Made for TV series?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, granted, I was
with the guy.
I was a kid when when I watched it, so I haven't watched it recently, but it was pretty terrifying.
Wasn't Tim Curry was the clown, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. You're not terrified by Tim Curry being a clown? Pretty terrifying.
No. Okay. So if you're a big horror movie fan, then they are releasing yet another Conjuring.
Not good.
The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh, is this on this is on HBO too?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
So
and
by your tone,
believe it or not,
it's not good, huh?
Man, they're following the same suit as like the Saw movies or Friday the 13th. Did you know it's the 8th entry into the Conjuring universe?
I didn't know that.
The 8th.
So they're at DVD level, huh? Or they're straight to stream, level right now.
Straight to stream.
Right? Yeah. This is straight because I feel like a lot of, not all, but a lot of like those when they start stretching it out, I feel like the Fast and Furious one is one of the few ones that shockingly is getting stronger. They'll be on like Fast and Furious 33, and then it'll just make more money every single time. But
and it's over the top,
super.
And they're even their spin-offs. But the two characters are actual real people. Ed and Lorraine Warren from The Conjuring, and that doll
Yeah.
that from the first one.
Yeah.
That is a real doll. It doesn't look anything like obviously the movie was about.
I only smile because when you said they're real people, I was like, The Rock and Jason Statham, or like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're real. No, I didn't know. Yeah, I did during the trailer of the first Conjuring. I remember them mentioning that it was based on actual events.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
dolls like that scare me, so I skipped it.
Yeah, and then in the same vein as horror, there's a movie that they're releasing called Malignant, and this is actually the only thing interesting about this one would look to me is this is the first original horror movie that will be directed by James Wan since The Conjuring, because he did The Conjuring the first time, right? So it's like he's taking a step out of his comfort zone and
going back,
getting back into the horror scene, but something original. So
interesting. All right, so is that it for Day and Day?
That's it.
I'm excited. We'll see. I mean, this is a huge experiment by HBO and Warner, and I think every studio is going to be watching. And if it's a smash hit, then obviously Disney will start following suit. All their movies will eventually just go out at the same time. And I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix or Amazon Prime partnered with some other big studio, do the same thing, or if they just produce their own movies like they've been doing anyways. Pretty interesting.
And with that, we'll start seeing a lot of this. Maybe you can get some of that that giant Dolby surround sound on the cheap after those movie theaters just start boarding up their doors.
Don't say that, man. That's sad. I still want to go to movies. Anyways.
All right, my friend.
All right, so what's the next episode? What are we talking about next time?
Next episode, we should be talking about what we think about the Asians. the crazy rich Asians.
I'm down for that. I've been waiting to talk about that for a while.
And how we think that the title potentially just should have been subtly well-off-to-do Asians.
I completely agree. Okay, so we'll get into that next time.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. This has been Carl
and Lance
of Real Parallels, and we'll see you next time.